Okay, let's get up to live time, will we? Sheesh. Okay. It's fine on that end. So losers round 4, China, Austria, with spawning to get into the last 4 here. We're just going to try and catch up to live time as best as we can. The last 6 teams. Let's see who we've got. We've got Leary playing on the flank in the red. He's playing his Mayans here and looking for these early lames. He's up against Vivi. The Eagle. Always going to be looking for boars, and I don't think he was able to find one in the end. Vivi's already got one in, so very unlikely. Tanks is going to be Pocket Ears playing the Saracens. I did say they'd be playing a Camel Civ, and it is going to be Saracens here. And it looks like we've got LP10. He's got NC sewn into his name now. I don't think he had that for earlier rounds, but I could be wrong. He's playing Magyars in the pocket. That was a later pick in the draft. And we get Andy playing as Italians on the flank in the orange. And it looks like it's going to be a 3 versus 1 situation by the looks of it. For Austria, Andy's going to go for the forward dock. Got Yule on the other side playing as Ethiopians in the great. Maybe going to be more of just a land approach, but he does have the early dock as well. We got Lex as Huns, going to be a really top tier pocket civ. On 2 rivers here. Also got Tim as Franks. Got them down in the third row. We're kind of debating whether it's going to be Cumans or whether it's going to be Franks. It is going to be Franks, and I kind of like the value getting Franks there. And of course, if we just roll back, we've got Vivi, Portuguese, one of the top tier civs in the full tournament. Going to play really well on water. Good play, really well on land as well. And the mill bonus is always nice, but the mill isn't up yet. And I'm not seeing a dock here, but it is going to be a forward dock from Lex. Actually going to be a forward dock from Lex, and that's from the pocket. So it looks like China maybe do have something prepared here. I love that the scout is guarding it as well. And yeah, Vivi goes for the back dock, so I missed that. It's very hard to see the blue sometimes. Interesting. There's still going to be 3 versus 1 here. So maybe Lex just goes for like a... Does he go for the feudal age early, or does he go for more of an FC approach? And then go for fire ship? This is something I did consider from Pocket, is going for the forward dock. Maybe not as early as Dark Age, but I guess you really want to secure the early time, and he is up. Let's see. Really want Vivi to have safe fish by the looks of it. And no dock from Leary yet. I think he did do this the last round as well. He did delay dock and then went later. I mean, there's so much fish in this map. You can see the river very, very wide, 3 fish wide. You have the crossings to contend with as well. It's going to be a nice little crossing to wall for LP10. This one on the other side for China looks a bit more of a nightmare. That's meant to be... Oh, it's only 1 crossing actually there. Ooh. So these 2 have nearly formed into 1. Could be a benefit for them. I think the good thing for Austria is it's still relatively small. And each of theirs, so it shouldn't be too difficult to wall. See the walls already coming up. Vivi's went for the big walls as well. That mine camp is making me feel things I don't particularly like. I think they're going for organs. Could just be... They're going to be double ranges, or really going to be ranged blacksmith from Leary here. He did go for ranged blacksmith the other day. What's for the range placement? Oh no, looks like Andy's second dock gets denied. Missed that. My bad. Denying the second dock is huge. Going for a range. Yo's going for a forward range. Walls aren't up yet. It's going to be... Oh, it's going to be double range from Leary. Okay. Nothing from Vivi, of course, in the meantime. The man-at-arms doing work. That's another... Another Vel? 1 dying here? 0 to 2, so 2 villagers down is Andy. And Yo's having a very, very good start. We have seen man-at-arms get utilised on 2 rivers before. He's only just going for the barracks. He's really far behind, and not safely walled either. Leary's gonna have to do something on the other side. Good afternoon, Zolotl. Looks like Glix's villager will go down. Tanks did do well to spot it. But Lix is massing up some galleys, and you're only gonna need a few to get it going. More villagers go down from Andy by the looks of it. More vills go down. He's down to 22. Back up to 23, trying to get the tower here. The man-at-arms are still there. Still have decent HP on them. The archers are out now. They're Ethiopian archers, so they fire faster. Is there a sign of a blacksmith as of yet? No. Of course, Andy's not been able to do anything on water. This is a good economy lead. For China as it stands. Lex is just going to try and mass as many as he can and then go and snipe. He does have 2 galleys already out. And then the bottom side, Leary has been met with some stone walls. So, nothing going there quite yet, just yet. Scouts coming over though, from LB10. There is a spearman here from Yo 2. There is a fire galley out from Andy that snuck his way all the way down. Tim has an army here. Should be able to clear all this up, but he is going to get pressured a little bit on his own fish. Yo even going for the tower on the gold. Looking good for Yo. Of course, probably the 2 best players in either team facing up against each other. Well, I guess Weary, of course. Have his ranges going. Some more archers at home, but tower defense, stone walls, going to be very, very good for Webby. He prioritized these walls pretty damn early, and he's going to be fully safe. Even walls here from their teammates looking good. Andy's still trying to kill Yo off with his vills, and it's pretty much, it feels pretty GG at this moment already. 8 to 15 KD. 8 to 15 in minute 16. Just nothing really going well for Austria at this moment. China look like they came prepared to play. Economy difference of 152 to 136 at this moment is huge. LB10's here, does have good scout numbers, can probably clear up his yards, of course, with free forging. Here's more docks coming up from Andy, and I feel like you do maybe have to double down on it. We're trying to find a way in, but it's going to be right next to the TC, and it's not going to do too much. Defensive siege straight away from Vivian. He looks completely fine, and there's still more galleys just running around from Lix, and Lix 14 to 11, so he's definitely killed some fishing ships here and there. The fish numbers, LP10 only 4, tanks is 0 fish. They got 4 fish. Here for Tim, he's lost some, but he's trickling more back in. Of course, Lex doesn't have any fish at home. I wouldn't mind seeing a dock here from him, but Andy's done well actually to get 4 fire galleys out. Castle timings. Could be brutal. Tim's going to be up. Likely just going to go for a big boom and do what Tim does best. Speaking of, like, if Tim can just play, like, interrupted and just, like, boom up, just play a bit on water, should be pretty fantastic for him. Yo's going to go for the stone balls now. Pretty wise decision. Don't know how much damage he's got. Just try and secure off. And he's... Oh my god, Andy! He's on 30 villagers. He's 10 behind you. He's not even noticing. No reaction. And he's already used the stone for the tower over here in this gold, which then got towered by Yo. More vills going down. He's down to 28. 15 to 33 KD. 15 to 33. Just so massively behind. Yikes. And now the organ guns, it is old patch. And you dive 2 organs? I don't know. Wavy's gonna be a minute away, so you're gonna wait for your upgrades for your archers. So far behind. He's having to go for more towers now. See what Tim does when he gets into 0-17. Oh my god, this is even worse. Let's see what Tim does when he gets into Castle Age. 1 TC, 2. And yet, 2 TCs from tanks. He's gonna boom up a bit. Lex's docks did get cleared up. Okay, okay. And the organ gun's starting to push in on mines, and mines don't get redemption. So organ's gonna match up pretty decent there. You get the mass and are able to snowball. Like, you have to rely on organs. Sorry, mangonels. Rely on organs. Good one. White Cav gonna try and come in though. There is only a few, and if you do get close, you can chip away on them. They're not exactly high HP units. Crossbows here trying to help out. Crossbows do get through in the back. Imagine with a demo. Weavy's gonna know he's gonna lose all this. 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 Oh no! Oh no! Oh, he was on it. But he's still probably gonna lose it all to fires. Well, crossbows are still in from Leary. What kind of damage can he do? The answer's probably a lot. This forces Siege Workshop in the meantime. 4 TCs from Lex. He's going to boom up. He's even going for Siege as well. The LB10's going to be on 3 TCs. Leary did get that TC up in the front. And just remassing some organs now. What can he do with the crossbows? Just didn't have the stone walls in the right area. It's a shame. That is a shame. Dunville just going down now. Things still not looking too hot for Andy, although he'll be 10 investing in knights. He is very, very comfortable with his position, so he adds 2 TCs in the back. Of course, with the stone walls here as well, he'd be very happy. And here comes a forward castle from Vivi. Going to be in Leary's face. Where are the crossbow numbers from Weary? Of course, there's 12 in the back here, but where are the other 12? Okay, they're here. It's not good enough now. That's a mangonel. Multiple organs. Massive investment on water. Not sure if that was needed, but here we are. And he's still trying to go for somewhat of a tower defense. Still in feudal age. And not even close to clicking up. And then scorpions coming from either side. That's a good job. That's a decent enough response from China, I feel. Of course, when the expos are lined up like this, it's not going to get full value. Riri just invested in this TC, also pretty much on top of his ranges. Don't get range indicators. Bloody hell. This is going to be a danger. To see if Vivi just saves for Imp now. That all this safe fish I do like to play. Andy's just so far behind. They do have more eco at this point now. 4 TCs from tanks. He is a bit of a boomer. Plays a lot on BF. We can see LB10's got a nice economy rolling at this point as well. Are they going to be able to snowball this? Tim's just not done too much on land. And neither his legs, to in fairness. He went for the forward docks. Did snipe some fish, but Tim playing defensive in the meantime. How did they stop Vivi's push? Good question. Castle will help out in the meantime. Gonna toss quite a few organs. The resources looking like for Leary. Honestly, if he does some selling, wouldn't be too far away from clicking up. Need some trebs in the meantime. The castle's in a good spot to push this one. Organ's still going to be an issue though. I'm on to 4 TCs now as well. 64 bells from him, 86 from Lix, 94 from tanks. He's got a good boom behind this spot. Yeah. Not like you're going to be upgrading Knights into Cavalier with Saracens. Do you really go Mamluks? You really have to go Mamluks, and there's still crossbows alive from Wave. He's got great value for these. Let's go for a castle. Is that just the stock bevy here? The stone walls are coming up, so that's nice. Let's have a university, so if he wanted to go for fortified, he could go for it. Yo's got a castle come up on the left-hand side as well. And he's so far behind, he's only just clicked Castle Age. Could go for monks, yep. We do need a mass of them, and there's 14 organs. Bevy just sneaks past and chip away on that TC now. Extra range, of course. Crossbow's still alive from Leary. If he gets any more Vels with them. Nearly everyone on the way up to Imp, apart from Andy. Only on the way to Castle Age. He did go for the safe fish in the back, so he's trying to get back into the game the best way he can. I think fish boom's probably one of the best ways to curing that. The question is, how did they stop Bevy's push? How did they stop Yo? The army numbers like from LB10. I guess there's not a lot of army from Yo at this moment. Quickly run upstairs, guys. We are getting something delivered. A check is not. Yes. Dave died? What happened? Did his internet die? Yeah, we went down to 6 organs now. 2 traps versus 1. His OBS crashed. Muted? I'm not muted. Shut up. Forward. Over siege. Over stables. The difference is just huge at this moment. Trade being added. Yep. I think Leary is going to stop his castle push, but how does he continue? We'll need to get these up to R, get the upgrades. It's a 5+ Fiat at this moment, so ARB do pretty good against organs once you have a mass. Left hand side though is looking just tragic. Just tragic. And like Tim's gonna start supporting his right hand side. It feels pretty tricky on either side here. And it is Mamluks, it is actually Mamluks. Let's fucking go. 2 castles. Not easy. Maybe they could make something happen with it. The left-hand side is just brutal. And he's on 36 fills. 36. Castle's coming up from Vivi. Probably needs to wall off here just to stop Austria in their tracks. They are getting a push on this side now by the looks of it. Still 4 traps alive. China starting to push on the left-hand side. LB10 still open, but it's going to be in for the castle. Paladin in for Licks. Thanks for the raid, Manoz. Welcome in. Good luck on Friday. Castle's going to go down here. I think China don't have a lot of ideas against this Mameluke Expo, and Paladin's going to be in from LB10 on the left-hand side. It looks like Tanks is going to have to flip over to the left as well. You don't understand English? This is Scottish, mate. This isn't English. But just the rate of progress here is not the same as here, right? Like, Andy's pretty much dead at this point. And now the other pocket's getting heavily pressured, so like even if Vivi dies at this point, they just want to defend. Like, all they need to do. Still gonna be like 4 versus 3 at the very best, but likely 4 versus 2. I don't know what Austria can do now. It looks like they're waiting for the Paladin timing. There's only 20 Cavalier on the field from LB10. Not a lot of units getting upgraded. There's still a lot of arbs behind us from Yo. Starting to push on this castle now as well. But they only have 1 Treb though. Another castle coming forward. A lot of Paladin from Lex. He's 43 of them. There's a lot of Mamluks. All of them have flipped over. Start to turn up the Scottish dialect. Yeah. And like Levy is not being able to do a whole lot at this moment. He's gonna try and wall off his castle. And even where the villagers for Andy? Are they in the back here? Looks like it. I mean, Mamluks are just beastly. They're absolutely sick, guys. Have they done enough? They do have a lot more military on the field. Him does have Paladin himself now. It feels like Vivi just sticking with the organ guns. I'm not too keen on it. Has he added Vitorias yet? Okay, second one coming. Alrighty, alrighty. LB10 starting to get the Paladin numbers back up. Andy being slung now. He's an age below. That's absolutely fine. Looks just wrecked, so we get 2 pockets going to the left hand side. And the Wavy's just gonna have to hold. He's not got the stone walls up yet. The Paladin just runs straight in. You're gonna have to quick wall this gate. Gate. Tap it. Ah. Oh, 1 tile, bruh. I mean, he has a lot of arbs. He does have a lot of arbs here. 70 of them, but the Paladin just gonna run straight in. Do we have trade really running yet? A little bit, but man, reacting with arbs against Paladin is not easy. The Mamluks are coming over. Double university wall into the castle. Go to the palisade, of course. Do we bring the arbs back now, or? Yeah. Give it a nice choke point for the arbs. Left hand side, even Galleon being added by Lex. Galleon. Where's the heavy demo, man? Where is the heavy demo? And Tim's actually gonna get like 0 value from those Paladin that ran in. Could've just ran here. Could've just ran straight for the trade. I don't know what he done with them. He just pretty much got like nothing from all of his Paladin. And like, Is Vivi actually going to go like anything else? It looks like he's just going to go like full Pretoria at this point. Pretoria, maybe Bombard Cannon, Bombard Tower. Might be what he's going for. And Tanks is going to get more castles up. 45 minutes into the game. Could feel like it could go for a long one here. Still 43 Paladin on the field from LB10. He's got good presence in the middle line. And he's still asking for the sling. Needs to get back into the game. It's 4 versus 3 essentially at this moment. Austria holding well though. Wavy starting to push down on the south side as well. Silk Road careening on the way. So maybe Andy tries to get back in with some sort of trade boom. All that gold he has. And yeah, Bombard Towers it is. There is a few traps here. Start chipping away. Lots of Bombard Cannons from Yodo. Didn't see Torch Ninjas come in. He's even got Siege Onager as well. He even gets Siege Onager. Trade versus no trade. I mean, for Leary, yes. Not sure why he's not a good trade. He's only just adding it minute 47. I think early, if you're ever in a big team game, early 40 minutes is always a good kind of queue to get trade. There's like certain situations where you wouldn't want it if you want to like swell your army numbers. You want to take up less pop space, but I don't know if he's one of these situations. Now we're gonna have the Bomber Cannon defense from Vivi down there, should be fine. Galleon, Siege Onager, Arb. Paladin. Probably Torch Engine, Bomber Cannon. That's kinda crazy. We maybe even get rid of the wood at this point. Okay, Wavy did take care of the castle. Another trap goes down now, he needs to disengage. More Paladin here from Tim. Let's take a look at Tim's KD. I'm not on the main capture rate for some reason. Didn't let me sign in. 129 from 178. It's not great. Doink. And Austria just losing more and more map control. Losing more and more and more. You don't just feel like they're gonna go down. The follow Brian. Another Universe in Pretoria coming up. Bombard Cannons starting to hit on the Arbs. So many Paladins there. GG called. China taking 2 rivers, and man, some of that later stages looked very shaky, but Yo just dinked on Andy in the end, and Andy was out the game super early. You don't really want one of your best players out the game super early. And we actually discussed this with Fanatov the last week on the co-cast, and it's like, if your one of your best player dies on the flank, you're then having to rely on, let's quote like weaker players in pocket, right? So it's kind of a hard thing to balance. Whereas if you have a stronger player in pocket, it can probably have more impact in the game. We've seen that with Sato so many times. I think Sato has like a reputation for being an archer player, but man, he's such a good pocket player. Alright, game 2. We just had a restart from Austria, so weren't too happy with their generation, which is absolutely fine. It is Nomad. There is a degree of randomness to it. But that being said, just because you decide to use the restart does not mean you're going to get a better map. And we are here. Let's see if Austria are going to be more happy with. Let's see if China are going to be happy with theirs too. They might want to save it for African clearing. I think you only restart if something disastrously goes wrong, or if you have something PC-wise, which is terrible. So let's have a look at who is where. Let's start with the losers from game 1. That's going to be Austria. You see Tanks already building his house because he has Malians. It's old patch, so you want to have your house up when your dog gets up so you can make that efficient up straight away. course, Malian's an old patch, one of the best civs on Nomad, 1v1 or team game. Also got Leary as Burmese. Gonna be nice to have that relic bonus, and you can see all of them all over the place. It's gonna be really important for LB10 playing in the purple. I think you always this is just a really nice team synergy thing to do, and have Lithuanians and Burmese together, because having the extra attack is just super nice. And we can see actually quite a few relics that should be pretty easily accessible from LB10. It's got 1, 2, and 3 here. That's going to be really nice for his nightline. We got Andy way up in the top left. He's playing his Bengalis in the orange. And that looks good for Andy. Ideally, if you're playing water, which probably is going to be the role for Bengalis, you want to have them quite far away from everybody else. Nice free boom in Castle Age. You're going to go for Fire Ship or whatever. The less pressure you can take in land as the water player is always fantastic. PC spot for Levy. It is looking good. Holy. Even nice and snug up against the wood line, and he's got the stone, he's got the gold. Looks pretty decent there. And let's see what he goes for. I'm likely gonna be Iron buying Castle Age, right? Likely gonna be Iron buying Castle Age. And we got Vivi playing his Koreans in the blue. There's a lot of players down in the south here. Next one along is Tim playing his Vietnamese. And of course, the Vietnamese in the team means you're gonna see where all your enemy TCs are. Such a nice thing. Especially in our 4v4 with the team game's huge. You get 8 players on this team, you know where every single player is. You can start to formulate a plan from very early on in terms of what you want to do. You can see Vivi already going for the super early lanes, which I don't mind at all. And then we got Yo playing as the Berbers. Man, oh, look at that for a TC. Look at that for a TC. On top of the hill. Beautiful stuff. And playing as Berbers, could play water, could also be playing into camel archers later game that could have knights, camels. And who do we have in the back here? Two Austrians pretty close. We have Lix. Now, Lix done very Lix things in the last series. He's Sicilians, guys. Does he douche once again? And I think when you have 2 players right here, I think you can make an argument for it. What do we think? Especially when you get 2 players so close and next to each other. And Lithuanians and Malians, or Bengalis and Burmese going to be enough to carry the rest of the game? I think you're going to be hoping Malians and Lithuanians do a lot of damage. He's going for that lumber camp. That kind of tells me that he is certainly thinking about it. See if he's banking wood. Does a lot on food, so maybe not. Another boar coming in. 7 on wood. Is he going to have the food to quick up? He's already going for a loom. Let's see. Dog position, he's out to the left-hand side. Yo not too far away. Weary's over on the left as well. Get LB10 and Andy next to each other. And then Tanks is pretty close to Tim. And Vivi out to the right-hand side, so dogs are even pretty spread out too. Lex can always make an argument for it. True. But he is up. He's actually up. Nothing really stupendous in terms of uptimes. Yeah, I couldn't get signed in on the capture age today, Ackle. TC build time? Yeah, yeah. So it's, the TC goes up super fast. And it's also... I mean, you don't get the HP, but it goes up so fast that it's kind of nice. I couldn't get signed in today in Capture Age, so... Not Capture Age Pro, despite having it paid for, which is a shame. So Vivi, you would just be expecting war wagons from Koreans. See the early walls up already. I'd be expecting water from Andy, but maybe he goes for the FC fire, then booms. Let's see. Is anyone else having them? Or is it just me? I think it was just me that posted that in Capture Age. Okay, so Licks. Actually on stone. Imagine he goes for dungeons. You'd love to see it. Why is everybody else open here? We see barracks from tanks. Gold anymore, so maybe gonna be scouts. Castle. Likely gonna be for Yost. He looks like he's gonna just go straight to camel archers. Weary's also on stone, so it should be going straight to Iron Buy. Yeah, there's gonna be scouts from tanks. What's the plan here from Wix? Is he going water? He does like going for this two galley approach. Look at that for a sneaky dungeon, guys. How did he even get out there? I guess he went this way. Rotated round. Now let's just check a look in KD. Don't want to really miss anything. Not seeing too much right now. Scouts only just in the way from tanks. Tower's coming up from Tim as well. The tanks actually notices it straight away, and with the scout out, I don't think he's going to get that tower up, and if he's not careful, these villagers might not get back to TC. I'd love to see tanks wall this off. Stop the... Oh, he gets that nice wall off though. And the scout's in there. Oh, that's beautiful. But not enough armor on the house. The house goes down, it's gonna get tapped. Spearmen over here now from tanks as well, and yeah, a tower, if it even does go up, it's just gonna get battered down very damn quick. Dungeon did go up from Wix in the end. Yeah, we then just moving over to another one now. LB10 already has 2 snipes, so I'm guessing he's got some galleys out, and does. And defending 3 players up in the north here, so that's a good job from him. Him already lost 5 units. 6 units. So it looks like 6... No, sorry, equal KD. So he's lost a lot of elves, guys. 19 villagers he's on. He's just... It's just not the level needed. And he's still going for more towers despite 4 scouts being out. And the villager HP is just going to get chipped away on. And surely Malians can afford a new lumber camp. Surely Malians can afford a new one. Okay, Levy's in Castle Age though. And he's going to castle drop Tim as well. Oh. So if you aren't sure whether Tim's dead, he certainly is now. Blix does get an hour dungeon up. No Castle Age yet from Vivi, but he is here now, and he should just be castle drop on this side. Gonna be onto war wagons, yep. Blix is still kind of chilling in the back. And Yo's went for some big walls. Secures quite a bit of the map. And where is he going to go for the castle? Is he going to castle drop Leary? Oh, Leary. Right, once again, a couple of palisades. Just the difference here. And there's 10 villagers building it. I feel that's always a good sweet spot. You can run further back to the right-hand side. Let's see. And Andy did go for the fire ship. He should be adding TCs now. Got 8, he's got 10. Should be enough to clear up without too many issues. Even turtle ship out from Vivi. Holy fuck. Castle goes up pretty easily from Yo in the end. So I don't think LB10's realised that dungeon's even there. Doesn't have enough wood for another lumber camp, and he's having to make a market. 950 gold. Oh boy. And China have certainly made this game very chaotic. Where are Tim's Vels? Okay, he's actually done a good job to run his Vels already. Still no sign of an RTC yet from Andy. Minute 20. Still adding more fire ships. Gotta drop some TCs. Fire ship and boom, baby. What does LB10 even do in Castle Age? He is up. He's got a lot on stone. War wagons are out. It feels like it has to be monks and probably can't be too much else. Weary does have a few iron buys, so maybe Yo and Leary are going to be just battling out against each other in the meantime. And actually a really nice TC from Wix, I guess. As the defense of the castle leaving the dungeon a little bit further to the right hand side. And Andy decides to go for the castle. It's going to be in both the TCs here. Let's have a couple of monks. Okay. Might wanna react to this. LB10 might even be more dead. More towers coming up in the back just to help defend in the meantime. And he does get a Vel. See what you can do with it. And the camel archers and the economy from Andy is not wild at all. Weary's even running away. See you later, pal. Hey. And the monastery's forward. The monks can't do too much to defend at this moment. Redemption coming in from Andy, and is this to get away through here? Like, it feels like it, to convert the buildings, I don't know. Totally off stone, totally off gold in the meantime. China starting to pull ahead in economy. Lix has just been behind here and he's just got away with it. Gonna be on 3 TCs now. Vivi with the war wagon's been very, very annoying. The LB10's had to go for a new TC way in the back here. And the war wagons are still here. The gold's still being pressured. The LB10 on 31 Vels. Doesn't feel great. Another castle gonna come up from... I think that's going to stop that. What was redemption for? Let's get a camel archer. And Weary. Weary! Okay, if it wasn't GG, guys, it is now. You just, no. Come on. Bruh. Bruh. 25, 25, 30. Look at the equal differences growing. You don't want to get in a chaotic game with the Chinese on Nomad. Not at all. I don't understand, like, the castle from Andy. This hasn't done anything. Fireship castle drop? Not a big lover of it. Man, Yo has just got so... Oh my god. Has he got no wood left? He's not got any wood left. Oh god, the 4 villagers do come out though. He is going to get the castle up. He's done 22 Vels. Is Leary, and oh boy, oh boy. Lick's gonna be on 5 TCs. He'll be 10. Let's have a few monks out. Tank's being pressured though. He's still in feudal age. Tanks is still in feudal age. Total and brutal domination from China so far. Fair to say. Total and brutal. What's the win condition here for Austria, guys? It would have to be a monumentous throw. It would have to be a monumentous throw from China. The question is, do you elite battle elephants? Yeah, I guess. Andy on his 2 TC economy with no farms. I'm just so far behind now. I wonder if they play African Clearer next. I think you probably have to go BF. You definitely need a confidence boost after this game. 5 monks on the same war wagon. Ideal. Tanks is up to Castle Age now. Then gonna be on 3 TCs, trying to add some economy behind this. Lexo probably just gonna go Imp. Probably just gonna go Halbert Cavalier. And raiding with Halbert Cavalier is gonna be super annoying, and Lex gonna be on 4 TCs himself now. Weary, get us an RTC up. Now being pressured by the war wagons. And they invested in Redemption Monks, Forward Castle. Don't really know what it achieved. Invested in all that, all the fire ships, and really necessary. And Fish is still going down anyway. Him who's still in feudal age with his galleys. Looking for the imp timing now. D-Lex is up. Very, very soon. Does he have the buildings? Still lacking 1. Siege Workshop in the back. Have the stone quite yet to force up a castle. Castle here wouldn't be terrible. Stone and gold and both in the front. Have you seen him getting a TC up here? You get 1 villager or something? The hell? Actually get villagers running back. Okay. And the LP10 contains to add more TCs too. Yep. Castle from Tim, that's going to be on. Tanks, and tanks really can't do too much about it. Even though these war wagons only on 41 HP out of potential 450. Camel Archers has been super, super annoying. The bag for Andy as well. Yo's up. Lex is up. Yo's just going to get Camel Archer upgrades. So they get 13 of them, but Asba when he gets it. A couple of castles, that's not going to be much of a problem. LP10's only on 47 vills, so just so far behind. So far behind. I'm actually going to go First Crusade, let's go. I mean, 35. Instant units? Why not? Why not? Okay, Andy's up. But for what? For what? Or monks. Like, it feels like it has to be, yeah, but... First Crusade also gives you extra resistance as well, right? And it feels like... Lex is just gonna go straight to Andy. Looks like he's just marching up here. I don't even get the fall command. Oh my. Yeah. GG. Been GG for a while, in all honesty. Total and brutal domination from China in the end. Certainly a ballsy call for Austria to play China's home map, arguably the strongest home map that they have. And I don't really understand it. Because now China are only going to be one game away. I can understand picking African clearing. A little bit. There we go. Game 3. 3 match points for China now. 2-0 up after Austria. Want to get Nomads out of the way, it seems like. And maybe they feel like you get Nomad out of the way, you play your 2 home maps now, you win them, you get to maybe the more winnable map. Maybe it does make more sense, you know? Maybe it does. And they look pretty damn good for migration here, with the civs that they do have. You can see Andy way up in the north, with Persians on the flank, and actually goes for the lumber camp first, which is not something we've seen a whole lot of with Persians. Actually, I've been seeing Dock first quite a bit at this point, so that is a bit of a surprise. Weavy's in the pocket of Burgundians. He's been absolutely sick with Burgundians in the pocket. Tanks over to the left-hand side as Malay. Ooh. I'm gonna say, is that gonna be... Oh, you could dog block that in Fishboom. You could 100% dog block that. Ooh. Will he notice it? That is the other question. LB10 is also on the flank as Vikings, so very, very top tier civs here from Austria for sure. We can see Lix on the flank, Tatars, not a civ that would come to mind too much. You get extra food with the sheep. I guess that is something. Tim is in the pocket with Byzantines. And a very popular pick, of course, with the fast imp player, just the fast cancel into fires and the quicker imp. Vivi has Hindustanis, and then we have Yo on the flank as Japanese and no. No dog first either, so this is a bit of a surprise. I think it's different depending on how many. I honestly don't know. I think the land is bigger now on DE migration, Raven, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, Andy could fish boom in there as well. Kind of surprised we didn't see any dock first. Maybe these really quick up times. Blair's not really favouring them now. We have been seeing the 16 pop up. Doesn't look like we're gonna get it. What a crying shame. Which I think works better for China. I think they're super up to date on the meta. The thing is with these later builds, you want to be able to go free dock, maybe defend. Should be alright. Team bonus for Austria is going to be nice for the extra dock line of sight. It'd be nice for China as well with the galleys. Look how defensive the dock is from Lix. I guess he'll come up round here. Starts to add more, but these opening fish are going to be really, really safe, which is great for him. Yeah, we're actually going to be... It's actually going to be a 9-minute uptime to first uptime in migration. What the hell? When was the last time that even happened? It feels like it's been so long. That's wild to me. Was one of these idle? Oh, yeah, it was. So from pockets, we should just be seeing big fish booms from either of them. I would be expecting Feudal Age landing from Leary. Probably the same thing from Vivi. Getting your flanks over in Castle Age is also an interesting time. But essentially, you just want to stop any sneaks of the galleys. You're trying to make sure your pocket doesn't take any damage. Okay, 23 Vils from Lix. Lix has a TP, TP. Transport. He does, but it looks like he's going to go and transport someone else. No, it looks like he's going to try and fast castle as well. Who's he going to go and transport? Vivi, I guess? What? I imagine he had a fast build in this. But there's no fast build. Which is just bizarre. Okay, Vivi's actually over already with his Vils. Okay, okay. And is he gonna go forward dock? FC... This might be the Australia strat. It might be the Australia strat. Landing, fast castle into forward dock. It might be the forward dock play. Same thing he went for in 2 Rivers, guys. And I think the transport is just getting the Vils over now. Yeah. So you'll see this a lot. When someone has a transport, they'll go to their ally and get them across. We were the OG meta breakers, yeah. And there's the blacksmith. There's going to be the market. And we're going to see it. It's actually going to happen. And surely if you're LB10, you're thinking, why have I not felt any pressure at this point? Like, what is he up to? Also, not seen anything yet. Tim's just going for defensive galleys of his own. So this is really interesting. Not something we've seen a lot of. And there's the barracks already from Weary. He won't be expecting this. Lix has to wall in these Vils. They're also melee line. My god, it's so close. Here, but barely get it noticed when you sneak past. But there's a dog. Lix is up. And let's see how many he adds in the end. It's like Tim is just being able to defend in the meantime as well. You on the other side against Andy, just trading off in the meantime. Nothing going on too much. Should be double dock. Oh my god. Oh, tanks misses it. Where's Lix going with this Vel, man? I think he's just trying to take the hill. Don't show your villager. Do not show your Vel! Still misses it. Still missed it. And the villager and the scout's gonna get away. Doesn't see the market either. They get no idea it's coming. They get zero idea that this is coming. Don't see any of the units on land. They might be thinking it's some sort of land play from Tatars. Maybe then gonna expect CA. The forward dock might surprise them a little bit. And I guess you get War Galley at the dock at home. And you just mass up some fires here and it could be huge. And China's showing strats today. Not saving anything else. Yeah, there's War Galley in the dock at home. Nice. And all these fish are probably going to go down from Weary. Fast castle on the flank. doing the job at the moment. LB10 being kept at bay. There was decent galley numbers as well. Still have villagers across. Just these two? Find out. Tanks is going to be in Castle Age as well. He's adding some fires of his own, though. The good thing about Malay. Leary's going to be in Castle Age too. How much damage can he find in this time? I'd be betting quite a large portion. Yeah, I think with Lex doing this, they're maybe feeling like Tim has to go for galleys of his own now. Okay, actually going for the military. Did more fire sneak past? They did. Yo and Andy not doing too much in the meantime either. Andy's going to be up though. LP10's also going to be up. Guess you could argue fast fires, longboats. Both pretty good options for Austria. We did lose a lot of fish. He did lose a lot of fish. He lost 9. On land though, he's going to add 2 TCs. 2 TCs from Vivi as well. You can see Tim's already there, so it looks like he's going to try and boom once he gets to Castle Age. He just has a villager chilling at the moment. Like, it's going to go for a very forward TC. Tank's also going to be on land. Numbers for Andy look pretty good in all honesty. He's going to wait for Castle Age enemy. Decent damage for Lex, but is it going to be enough? Villager's going to get found. Found? Boink. Why Tim is not up? Tim, bruv. Yeah, he's got 23 galleys, in fairness. So he has got a lot. Yeah. 5 fish, still adding more galleys. We do want to get into fires eventually. Fire's been trickled out. Are they going to be on 3 TCs? He has a serious boomer. Adding a couple of camels, couple of white cap now. Of course, monk opening. Pretty common on migration. Wick's going to get that TC up, but hope we get castle dropped for soon enough. And Andy had a couple of fires of his own. 17 versus 10, no. Wicks. Sorry, yeah. Yo's going to take some good engagements for the numbers here. Adding more fires behind it. Let's have a TC in the middle now as well. I'm in for tanks, so at that time in 21 minutes. Still players on Feudal Age, and he's going to be on fast fire. I'd like to see minimal investment now from the Austrians. It feels like the water should just be cleared up. Hey, it's a cute army. It's a cute army, man. Maybe you should message them after, Robo. I mean, I do agree. I think the tower flank is just a bit odd. Especially the way you're doing it. Now, him actually isn't going for War Galley. That's good use of your resources, my man. Actually trying to micro against fast fires. Well. And they're going to be in 2 TCs. Fast fires now coming from tanks. And I just don't have that good land presence on land. From China. I guess you'll get a TC now. I'm just have 1. Lex has this one up in the north. We're gonna be booming away though. And they will be as well. All this economy on water is gonna go down. Let's get War Galley in the end, and he does have ballistics. Bodkin in now as well. There is only a few fast fires, it just tanks so much damage. Tank a lot of damage. Yep, nice snipe there. Full HP against each other as well. Wonder if Vivi tries to go and take the monk. Sure. Don't really like that we don't have a landing from LP10 yet, but he's still feeling like he has to invest against Vivi here. Where are the fast fires from? Tanks. Slowly being trickled over either side. Castle coming in from Vivi now, but Leary's up. I did kind of go for this monk play the last time, but he still had a decent number of Costaliers. Not going for Costaliers this game. It looks like he's going to go for Halb. Halb monk by the looks of it. Last time I didn't really have good siege numbers instantly, despite having a castle, so... You need BBC here if he wants to get a push on. See that castle yet, but will be in the near future. Camels getting added from Vivi, of course. And yeah, that should be enough fast fire now to just completely clear that. And another castle coming up from Vivi. Not the most difficult map to wall either. I do like the castle placements on the hill. Austria done a pretty good job of adding walls at the right time. And Lex is just kind of in behind enemy lines, and I said that TC was going to get castle dropped, and there it is. Ooh. Ooh. And is that good timing or what? Tanks might tank a lot of villagers here. Is the ward going to shine down? And I think it is. The timing on the mangonel, man. The timing on the mangonel, and that's super unfortunate. Even close. The ward shines down. Oh, God. Castles from both the boys now. One from Andy. One from Weary. Hey, Lex is gonna go for a castle of his own. Oh no. Our China alright here. Grand Trunk Road already on the way. That's sick. The Leeds castle gonna go for one behind it, and I guess like still in castle age, tanks already an imp. DC there to help cover should be alright. Should go up. Weary already forward with Hal. So you can see hand cannon switch already on the way. Or he's actually gonna go for skirms. Okay, I guess no chemistry yet. Fueling being added as well. Eco still looking relatively even. And cannon's already on the way from Weary too. Water. I mean, it's crazy that Vivi still has all of this fish still alive, but it looks like it's gonna die. I actually just thinking the same thing, Robo. Thinking the same thing. Paused by Yolt. Check my DMs, nothing going on there, absolutely fine. The fish gonna go down now. And Tim still has a lot of war galleys remaining somehow. Gonna be on 2 TCs. Mass demos against the fires as well. Castle coming up from LB10 now. Did get into ARB the last game. Remember the last time before that I did try Berserks. Didn't really end up too good. Bev's out now from Leary. One trip forward from Bevy by the looks of it, or one coming over. Gulam looking like he's just going to use in the moment. Still going to try and get into heavy camo. Hand cannon. And helps from Leary here. Okay, okay. Andy's in them. Should be supporting with Trebs. Didn't get that castle up at this moment. Has to rearrange a little bit. Lex coming with more castles. And Lex actually cleared this castle from tanks. Totally missed that. I can only apologise. Few rams, some Keshrik. DC went down. Castle went down. Lex went for another castle job. Lex doing Lex things. It's been a total pest. Like, tanks can try and get a TC and a castle up in the back here as well. And tanks really struggled to get hold of one, to say the least. Multiple trebs out from Leary. 2 bomber cannons as well. Castle goes down. Our castle's going to come up here from Andy. I will say this, China have done always a good job of taking very front and forward map control early. It looks like they're gonna lose that momentum. Does look like it. The pushback is real. There is a slight economy difference, military difference, so looking really, really good for Austria at this moment. I don't really understand why did they still invest in camels? Like the help was there anyway. I don't really understand the camel choice. He's coming in. More castles coming up from Andy. LB10's going to be up to Imp now. He's likely going to be adding Arb himself. What's Lex doing? A castle goes down in the end. Hand cannon help. Going to clear that up. Castle coming from Tim. Still not up to Imp, despite being biz. It is on the way. Kinda expected that cheaper upgrade for him to be there already. And it's looking like Austria have the timing. Looks like they have the momentum here. A lot of traps, bomber cannons as well. Castle's gonna go down super fast. It was just put up 2 seconds ago. By Yo's, a few bells defending. Quite a few ARPs here as well. Camels do get close. A lot of extra damage. Hand cannons though. Lex still has a few Keshiks. Man, these hand cannons are just sick. And it looks like Berserks is actually going to be the call. Real big time. He doesn't even have Careening, so he can only get 5 units on. For transport here. Yikes. I'm finally going to try and get into Arb himself. The course can be perfect for against the Berserks. Hundred units difference in military. Oh, I totally missed this. Tanks have had enough of Lex's BS. He's like, this feels oddly personal. It feels oddly personal. Oh god, he's got 3 TCs up in the mainland now. A lot of hand cannons there. Amp Camel's on the way now from Vivi. Don't make your helps, please. Andy not quite enough yet for a Paladin, but he does have 40 Cavalier on the field. And with the 2 Rams... Oh, tanks is a trip. He actually does have a trip. Should clear that up though. And the Berserk landing actually goes to Vivi. That's where those 5 Berserks are going, and that's going to clear up so many vills. This is a lot of economy for Vivi. Absolutely clutch. What upgrades did they have? Not a whole lot, but look at the armor they have. Look at the attack they have. Landon coming in clutch. Tim does have a castle at home. That's not where you want your castles, guys. China just losing a lot of ground here. There's even a good Treb number from LB10 and land. Pressure in this castle from Tim. He has good Treb numbers himself though. He does have 4. Another one coming over from LB10. Paladin on the way from Andy now. Starting to like... More and more likely with every minute this is going to be Austria game. You have Cavalier in the back raiding. And Camel's in, of course, so we'll deal with them, but poison ground on this side. Quite a few bomber cannons still here, more Trebs coming over. Have we seen a landing? Nope. That's being pressured. Looks like Vivi. I don't even know if he realised. I mean, he can't garrison anything, right? Didn't make a TC either. Weck's still in Castle Age. Did clear that castle. He's actually repairing this castle. It's looking more and more likely we'll see a GG in the next couple of minutes, and I was looking like Austria taking game number 3. Which meaning we should be going to African clearing as the whole map. The Chieftains, Blast Furnace on the way. Castle went down from Tim. LB10 for good defense, but did have 2 castles versus 1. Got a lot of traps, and he's going to work away all his production from Tim. Yep. Looks like they can't stop it. Paladin in now as well. More castles coming forward. A lot of hand cannons behind this from Weary. Gonna have to get his traps out of the way. With price, even still pretty good. And there's GG. Good win for Austria. Pretty convincing in the end. Interesting tactic from Lix to go for to be on flank first as Tatars, and to go for the forward dock, which we haven't seen for a while. And then for Byzantines, with the galley play from Pocket. Didn't really work. See what we're gonna get here. We got some very, very awkward civs. For Austria, to say it at least. So we have Goffs from Andy in the orange, and he's went for this TC in the middle, and this is the beauty of this map script. You do get Baobabs in every pond, which is nice. It's a really solid addition to the map. This script, I feel, is much, much better than the last. You see there's a lot more wood in the middle, which is good, and having the trees in every pond does kind of reduce a lot of risk, to say the least. Always gonna have some safe wood income. It's always nice. It's Baobab trees, so it's 600 wood, nearly always guaranteed. See, Leary has Gajaras, and that could be a really nice civ for picking up all the sheep, and he's already got sheep on the way back, and you have a super early mill on African Clear, especially this one. You can go mill first, nearly always, if you have your TC up against the Baobab. You can get the food income going pretty much straight away. And see, he's going for the mill already, so I like it. I do like it. LB10's got Kamar here, by the right-hand side. Kind of like 3 of the Austrians in the south. Might be a little bit tricky, but Kamar can do some nice things. Struggling with that. Sure Fisher, not too sure why. Tanks over on the left-hand side, though, is Incas, and it's Old Patch. So this isn't new Incas, which are pretty well renowned for being cracked. But he does have a cracked TC spot in between 2 pawns here, and that's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Oh no. Okay, gonna garage? Bruv. He's fine. He's fine. There's another elephant here. And good, so nearly all of the Austrians in this kind of like south sector of the map. You can see 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then China have the rest of the map. And let's see who we have. Vivi has picked Cumin Seer. And he's the one that's actually closest to everyone, so if you want to go for like a mass military approach, maybe is what you want to do. That lumber camp's gonna be beautiful with all those baobabs. Tim is Chinese, one of the best civs on African clearing because the Villborn, you can see he has ahead in villagers. We're gonna have Yo way up in the north, and he's Mongols, and he's not nowhere anyone, but that's exactly what you want. It's Mongols. You want anywhere near you want to have a nice big boom. And Andy's even trying to go for the lames on the on the elephants, on the pawns as well, and holy. And then we got Lix over by the northwest, the northwest. These Bulgarians. If they get into like some sort of Hussar spam, that's going to be pretty sick as well. Good job from Andy so far. Good job from Andy so far. And of course, you can see most of it. Top west, yeah. And pretty chill so far though. Just elephants coming in. Andy getting some value from that villager. Goths kill the hunt super quick, so I guess it's kind of nice. Kind of nice for him. You can lame a couple of elephants or Mongols, but they still have the fish at the end of the day. We already got a nice economy running already. Gonna be up to 9 sheeps. Lex in a boom position. I think Yo being in a boom position is the main thing. But let's see how much he gets targeted. Let's see what the uptimes are going to be like with the players here. Like, the fish is just huge. Like, layman the resources is nice. Horseman is Mongols, but there's just there's like so many more. And like, can you see this one? Yeah. Scouting from China is very good. Scouting from Austria, also pretty decent. Kind of awkward. Very awkward position. Yeah. He goes like feudal age. Just opens like some military. It might be the same thing. Like even if you go 2 TCs and you have like 2 players focusing in on it. Feels like it might be a decent enough trade. Bit of a similar situation with Hera. He was far forward with humans. He still went for the 2 TC. Kind of attracted the attention of multiple players. Maybe the same thing happens here. First players are on the way up. Look at the temptation of this pawn though. Imagine a TC here. TC in the middle of all this. He is gonna mill it. I don't see a barracks anywhere as of yet from him. He pretty much has a wood for an RTC, so let's see where he's gonna put it. It does look like that's what he's gonna do unless he puts a barrack up in the next couple of seconds. Doesn't look likely. Tank's going for some big walls here. Imagine they had mines here and the Lix gets walled in from Andy. Of course he does. Andy's probably one of the best players in the world at doing this. He's gonna try and take out Andy's house. And he is actually gonna go for the TC here, boys and girls. And it's a nice TC spot. I'm not gonna lie. It is a damn nice TC spot. I hope for Andy's sake he's not nuked his eco too much, but he is up. I mean, we've got like fish incoming. Don't need to go for too much. Should be fine. I'd like him. Surely he keeps his fill alive though. He's on gold. Sign of a barracks. Probably has to make something happen in the back here. Have the wood, he does now. Kinda lame up the back here too. Weary, stable opening, not a huge surprise. Even on gold. Looks like he's gonna go stable. Actually not too far off having reds for Castle Age. Does he just go stable blacksmith here? Barracks from Andy now. Looks fine. He's going for stable even from Yo. Okay. Different approach than the last time. He just went FC and tried to boom. Didn't work out too well. Mind games from them. Stable from Tim as well. You can see LB10 has already got scouts out of his own. Kind of awkward walls, but they will get up eventually. The mobility is just crucial on this map. It's so large. Probably not going to be villagers walled everywhere, and you can find little Vilpix even there. Easiest thing to wall in is, of course, the wood line in the edge. But even in this map script, baobab trees, likely going to be villagers here and there that you can find. And it's going to try and go for the tower. Spearman coming over. Also scouts from Yo. I don't think you want to lead it back to this. Weary is up. Now, it looks like it should be Sharamsha, right? Should be Sharamsha. LP10 did get the walls up, so the villagers will be safe in the meantime. Counter tower coming up from Temno, and these villagers are all gonna die. Like, they're all gonna die. Fine already with a very decent lead. Do we have the ranges up in the back from Andy? Decides to go for scouts. Decides to go for scouts. Ah. Tower defense in the meantime from Wix. Feels like Andy didn't even know the TC was there. He just flares it now, and Vivi is just thriving. Look at the fish economy here, it's just insane. Thanks, there's a few archers here. Gonna find the odd bill. Tim does have one up here himself. I think he knows that's out by the left-hand side. Again, it's such an open map, it could be hard to target. Nowhere to go. Theory. Maybe I'll open with some camels. In the meantime. 24. Enemy unit difference here. In the back. Scouts coming over from Tim. Scouts coming over from LB10 to help out. Vivi. Villagers a little bit out of place. Like they will go down. Camel's helping, of course, a lot. Good scout numbers from Flex in the north and his upgrades. Archers regrouping though, no spears in there. Tries to pull back when he sees the archers that were there. Bit of a lead at this moment. Andy's still doing mad things in the back. I don't understand why he was on gold. He decides to go for scouts. That's what I don't understand. I guess he's in the market at this point, but he is going to be up. I guess he has to go for a big boom with Goths. Yo's up as well. Tim's not going to be up. Vivi's going to be up. Now, what do you do if you're in Vivi's position? Could this be... What do you think of like a... What do you think of like a pike? Pike cap ram. Let's give it nice from tanks. Could get a few villagers on the gold. He is going for stables. Maybe goes for some step lancers if he can. Pike cap ram against Gajara and Goth. Adding farms. That is a lot of scouts in the south. More camels are coming out. Jaramsha's being a little bit annoying in the north. Army difference isn't really growing, so that's a good sign. Tanks just has to keep on archers itself. Plenty of them. Hard to see yellow on this. Give it here. Harassing Vivi's on 42 vills. He does have a slight lead. A slight being 10. Add more TCs. And he is going for some step lancers. Yo gets into Castle Age. Line of TCs yet. Looks like he's going to go for the castle. He does have 610 stone, so maybe just waiting for that. More TCs coming in from Leary now, going to be on to 3. One additional TC coming in from Andy as well. That's getting pressured. Tim still has scouts alive. Wix is going to be up as well. That's just Tim. Yo, also just trying to look for the odd little villagers here and there. That's going to be huge. Andy's TC getting denied. Losing so many villagers. It's going to be down to 29. Camel's there, of course, but the villagers are going to die. Andy goes for the TC here. The step lancers here too. The scouts could still get in. Step lancer could get here. Oh, clutch walls on one side. Camel's coming in as well. He's going to lose quite a few more vills. What's happening with Tim? Looks like he's got enough to defend in the meantime. 34 vills as well, though. And the TC's going to go up. Mike's also thinking about Boom as well. Castle on its way from Yo. And imagine we had the archers here. And I'm not too sure where they are. They'll just kind of wandering and about. LE10 still trying to get into this wood line too. Another very chaotic game. Camels chase them off in the meantime. Leary on to 42 vills. 3 TCs, really nice. And pawns behind us. Andy, make a knight. Make a couple of knights, bro. Look at the balls in this man. So risky. Gets a TC up in the end. 4 TCs from Leary. 57 vills from Vivi. 5 step lancers now. Just gonna make some knights. That'll be 10. Beautiful. Enemy difference is kind of holding steady. Mangadine Castle Age a little bit underwhelming. See how much pressure they can get on Yo. He's 3 TCs now. Again, another beautiful TC. Feels like if they can pressure him. Might be up the priority list, but let's see. Even late game, Chinese though. What are we potentially looking at late game? Expo's just kind of circling around from tanks. They're split up, idling a lot of economy. Camel's doing the job now. You can see Levy not too far behind the villagers in comparison to Vivi. Let's put TCs further back. One in from Tim now as well. Add any knights there. TC from tanks is just going to come up at the right time. 4 TCs from Andy now as well. He was down to like 29 villas, he's now back up to 47. Some of the crossbows, of course, split up. We'll take some losses there. The actual economy difference, like the 14.5, yeah, it's still 1,000 resources behind Weary. It's probably got the next best eco. Bruh. You sure what's going on there? We're trying to get in on the wood line. It's gonna be quite yet. Control Alt S. Thank you. Need to back off. Need to back off. Step lancers, if they get close when you're building something, good luck. Thanks for the good splits. Mangonel should go down. Another one coming over from Vivi though. Does get back. Looks like Lick's preparing forward. Not up yet, by any means. Castle still being denied. Step lancers, when they get like this, really annoying to deal with. Camels are coming over. LB10 going to be up to 3 mangonels. And if securing his part of the map. Ooh. 32-minute bow saw from it when you're on 4 TCs doesn't feel great. I do that a lot myself as well, so obviously somewhere kind of level. What? Headlines, there's just nothing else. X. Difference is growing now. You got the TC up, TC, the castle up in the end. Bangadai starting to be a factor. Second castle on the way. Yo's on the way up to empties on 89 vills. Weary. Not close yet. Bangadai now. Gonna be a serious problem. There's a castle coming from Tim. Gonna be on LB10, covering the gold as well. Been really solid at this point. Andy's still on in 70 vills. Lix is pressuring tanks on it. Second top score for the team, and he's going to be in some difficulty by the looks of it. Some slight difficulty. Villas behind now. Military difference. Only at 20. Wavy's completely off gold. Has he really ran out of gold? I have gold in the bag here, okay. Things just like super good for China at this moment. And it's looking like the winner, Brazil, Argentina, will wait and see. Lex is just kind of he's just chilling up here, and so is Yo. Andy with this stuff didn't really achieve too much in the end. Knight's even just hitting. The odd villagers here and the Expo's trying to react. I think we just run away at this point. PC has been forced up rather fast. More castles coming from Yo now and tanks? Surely not. Bruh. Bruh. The crossbows get close, so we'll deal with it. Bum ring, Parfane no. This imp timing's gonna be sick. Gonna be quite far ahead on the upgrades. Gonna have a big massive manga die soon enough. Andy with another castle being denied in the meantime. Four Vels going down. The plans as you get close to the crossbows will do quite a bit of damage. Oh yikes. Connick's out on the other side now as well. Tanks is gonna lose some. These are all of Tank's Vels. These are pretty much all of Tank's Vels. He's trying to get them out. Oh my god, Lex has just been brutal with the Creposts. Like, why is he trying to run so many Vels at this point? He's down to 6, and Tanks has got 5 Vels, and he's not even bottom score, guys. He's got 5 villagers, and he's not even. It's 4 villagers, and he wasn't even bottom score. It's generally not a good sign. And he deletes that castle. Don't know where he's gonna go with it now. I don't know what happened there. LP10 trying to get a castle up in the back now. And yeah, GG. China taking the win in the end. Going through the next round. Pretty convincing one. Austria didn't really leave them with the best civs, in fairness, for African clearing. Maybe we... I don't... Maybe we really got to question the draft. Let's come back out to the draft. So... They picked the Lithuanians, Malians, and Spanish, in fairness. Bengalis and Burmese. So they did prioritize Nomad.